So it finally happened. There you are minding your own business and some random dupe. Wait, wrong script. Today we dive straight into rocket interior design. I'll be showing my general layout for a rocket interior that will keep a dupe stress-free and comfortable on those long inter-asteroid flights. Don't take my word for it, just look at his face. It has everything that you could want: air conditioning, powered windows, central lock. Meep you fool, this is the wrong script again. In the interest of those that would just want to see the layout, I'll put up a few pictures of the main systems. Just pause the video when you need to. The structural plan, the ventilation plan, plumbing plan, shipping rails, electrical wiring and general overview. For those that would be newer to the game and would like a more guided demonstration, stick around. Why would you want to build one of these, especially apparent for a research rocket? It has space for either a telescope for star map mapping or the orbital microlab for interstellar research, combined with infinite storage by using a conveyor loader and infinite food storage provided that you deep freeze the food first, space to put an Atmo suit, has a washroom that once set up you won't need to manage again, can store enough oxygen for over 58 cycles of space exploration, and you don't have to worry about overpressurization. However, there are some disadvantages. The most amount of dupes that can fit comfortably on this is 2, though I have been able to make that work for me. And a dupe can become stuck inside if their suit breaks when they dock it. But with all that out of the way, if this is something that you would want to build, stick around. And don't blink. We start with a clean slate. We will divide the space into 4 rooms using regular tiles, mesh tiles, insulated tiles, mechanized airlocks, carpeted tiles, when you got it flex it I say, and mesh doors. This mesh tile here is temporary and will be used in creating the single tile vacuum storage space using a small amount of water as an airlock. Forgot about this ladder. Select the bottle emptier, set it to water, enable auto bottle and set the priority high so the dupes don't ignore you. Also open this airlock since we haven't installed the power wires and it will slow down your dupes a lot. Catch this before it dumps all the water out. You just need a tiny bit, mop up the excess, deconstruct the bottle emptier, we don't need it, and clean up the work area. Construct this carpeted tile here and the rocket control terminal. This room will serve as the barracks for the dupe, giving them a moral boost, and you know, a place to, well, sleep, because that's kind of important. While we are at it, construct the gas output fitting for bringing in O2, with a fresh citrus scent, into the rocket space from the gas cargo canister, the gas intake fitting for getting rid of that filthy dupe exhaust. Speaking of which, Clay, why can't we just dump this stuff overboard? Next we build a liquid output fitting for water to flush the toilets and sink. We then build the liquid intake fitting. We also need a power plug fitting. I seriously have a problem with the naming of these things. It seems they should be reversed, output should be input, I think. Whoops, I forgot this insulated tile. Use it to replace this mesh tile. We will continue the build working on the major systems independently. These would be ventilation, plumbing, power, automation, and shipping. In ventilation, we grab a mini gas pump used to remove the carbon dioxide and put it at the bottom of the rocket here. We use a gas element sensor to detect when carbon dioxide is present and set the signal to a buffer gate so the pump will pick up the carbon dioxide as it flows around. Because the piping can get complicated here, I will use both regular and insulated pipe. I will use the regular gas pipe for inlet pipe carrying O2 and insulated pipe carrying waste gases, but you can build it using regular gas pipe. I will also do the same for the liquid pipes when we get to building them. Be sure to use the oxygen not included approved OCD building guidelines. We would have enough space for a gas shut-off and gas pipe element sensor. These will create a gas filter that will block the carbon dioxide from messing up the atmosuit dock. The oxygen enters here and gets quote-unquote filtered from the carbon dioxide by this gas shutoff. I'll explain this in another video. The O2 is then distributed to the atmosuit dock and the gas vent. Carbon dioxide and other gases are picked up by the gas pump and will be sent to the rocket tank for storage. It is vitally important that this gas stream is bridged onto the output stream from the gas shutoff. This prevents the gas shutoff gas stream from jamming and allowing carbon dioxide flowing to the dock. This is also the same for the liquid plumbing. Let's just sneak this mess table in here and this telescope. This room will become the mess hall. We can swap the telescope out for an orbital microlab if we need research instead of mapping. We will drop in the sink and toilet to create the washroom. We now run the liquid pipe in a similar way as the gas pipe before. Regular liquid pipe for fresh water and insulated pipe for polluted water. We will need a liquid shutoff and liquid pipe element sensor, for similar filtration. What is important here is the water you use for this should be a comfortable temperature, because it will heat up or cool down the interior depending on its temperature. Also remember that you have to bridge on the polluted water stream to prevent the liquid shutoff output from being blocked. Fresh water will flow in here passing the liquid shut-off and flow into the sink and toilet. Polluted water will leave the toilets and flow into the rocket liquid cargo tank. Isn't it a thing of beauty? Okay, back to work. We can now put in the shipping system. This will enable us to set up infinite storage in the rocket as well as set up storage for food, without having to dedicate space for fridges or the need for specialized food like berry sludge or grub fruit preserve. These conveyor bridges are important because bridges in-game prevent temperature exchange. This will keep the deep frozen food from transferring too much heat and becoming simply refrigerated and prone to spoiling. The washroom here gives the duplicant a +2 to moral and does not need to be cleaned and resupplied. The barracks here gives a +1 moral boost and has the food storage. And finally the mess hall here gives another +3 to the dupe, giving a grand total of 6 moral. It cannot be connected to this room here because of the atmosuit dock and gas pump. The dupe will also spend a significant amount of time on carpeted tile, further reducing stress. We will now put in the atmosuit dock, and the last major system to be installed is power. Just connect up everything using that fancy conductive wire, even though the power draw in here should not exceed what a regular wire can handle. When it is connected to the main grid for charging, there is a chance that it may overload. God damn it, can I blame Meep for this? I can blame him, can't I? Let's just replace that before anyone notices. Only thing that remains is our final connections and selecting what the filters should activate on. The gas pipe element sensor should be set to carbon dioxide, the liquid pipe element sensor should be set to polluted water, and the gas element sensor should be set to carbon dioxide as well. The buffer gate should be set to around 35 seconds to give the gas pump time to remove the carbon dioxide. Let's just test the shipping and the food storage. I'll do a video on my food storage too. Deep frozen barbecue, just like Grandma used to make. Finally build the atmosuit checkpoint. From what I can tell, it has to be at least one tile away from the rocket door or it won't work. Be sure to switch it from always to vacancy. I thank you for watching. Before you go, please comment telling me how you find robot voice, and the rocket. You like how I slipped that in there real smooth.